Good morning, Vermonters. What a beautiful sunny day to shed light on this article by the Herald about the goings-on with the Chick-fil-A dispute in Randolph. Let us talk about what's actually happening there, and then we'll talk about why this is not journalism. What's happening there is that since the Black Lives Matter was flown at that school by Elijah Hawks, the savior of Vermonters who will come and indoctrinate your children to stop being the white supremacists that he says we all are, a little bit of an offensive thing that might be challenged, especially he doesn't have the credentials to say so. But he and others have launched this thing for years. And the children in the school are not allowed to differ with that message. They're also not allowed to differ with the message on transgenderism. You can't wear a shirt that says there are only two genders, even though that's biologically scientific fact. It offends people who are advocating an indoctrination and an ideology that makes no sense. So you can't wear it. You can't wear a shirt that says, "Let's go Brandon." You can't wear a shirt that says, "I love Chick-fil-A." I'm sure you could wear a shirt that says Chick-fil-A is bad. You can wear a shirt that celebrates gay pride. And now they're wondering why the children are rebelling against these free speech stiflings. This is patently unconstitutional and a violation of the First Amendment. Now, Mr. Millington condemns Chick-fil-A for a decade ago saying something against gay people, which he says is an act to take away their rights. No, that's speech. Protected speech. Even corporate speech is protected. And sort of like Brett Kavanaugh meets Citizens United, he conjures up this ancient grievance to then level against people now. No, Mr. Millington, you are a government actor. You're employed by the government and you are acting to take away people's free speech rights. Do you see the difference? You don't like somebody else's free speech, so you call it an action of hate. You are acting in hate in violation of law, and you call it your right under the rules and regulations. And then Zoe at the Herald does what we'd expect, and they gaslight us all. They say, oh no, there are some complaints. They barely mention the First Amendment complaint, which is a very legitimate one. And if it has to, it'll go to court. And then they dismiss me. Well, Mr. Clark was there and he's not a resident, or he doesn't have kids in the school. No, about a dozen parents asked me to go. And I have 30 years experience in working in social justice and free speech law. Never had an ethical violation found against me. And I work to help people like you parents, to fight thugs in government who abuse your rights and abuse the Constitution while they get paid huge money. Mr. Millington gets paid over $200,000 a year in benefits, has never really apparently had a job outside of the bureaucracy, which he now lives in like a little bubble. And so does the Herald. The Herald, do you not understand that your reporter and you either cannot understand the constitutional issue or you think you can just sweep it aside? You have betrayed Vermont parents. You're part of the problem. It's not journalism. You either don't understand it or you're lying about it. We know you're lying about it. Read the article. And yes, I made a statement that they had changed their policy because I was told that at the meeting they had changed their statement. And when the Herald printed that I was mistaken, I took down my video. I think eventually they'll come back to the Constitution. But can Millington and others admit when they made an error? That's called character. That's called integrity. You're government officials, you violated the law, you're on the record doing it, all the parents know about it, and no amount of protection racket by a once good journalistic entity called the Herald can protect you from us. We have the Constitution, we're not going to be subjugated. So I hope more Vermonters around the state, and I hope more people around the country look at what's happening here. This is people who lie about critical race theory while they impose it on their children. They lie about what they're doing with free speech while they impose it on their children. The reason they lie is because deep down they know it's wrong, and they don't want you to have a voice or get upset about what they're doing to your children. Get upset, get a voice. Read my articles. I have one out on this Kathleen Mason. Right now on True North, I have another one coming out on Mr. Millington. In their statements, they admitted what they are doing is causing division and hate. And you can see it in their anger and their finger waving, and they're trying to control and manipulate everyone around them. We've had enough, Vermonters. We've had enough in Randolph. We've had enough throughout the state. Please get educated and learn more. Protect your children, protect your Constitution, protect your wallets. Have a great day.